How's our drop looking? I mean, I don't see anything here. It's not even. I mean, it looks really good here. I'm watching it. Half mask.
I'm just going to stand the player.
Uvalde. It's a memorial. It's in remembrance. The governor did it this week. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Keith Whitman with NETsn, and happy Memorial Day weekend. I got Bret to my right on this hot baseball weekend.
Hot? Is it? Did you say hot?
It is hot. We are out here at the White House ISD Athletic Complex. The White House Wildcat Athletic Complex is what they call it, a beautiful complex here on the campus of White House High School in White House, Texas, for a awesome game it's game 2 actually, between the Panthers of Maypearl and the Blue Devils of Central Heights.
Yeah, our friends and colleague K.O. Kyle Owens, JT Jeremy Titsworth were there last night at Mike Carter and saw Maypearl win 10-5, and so now you're Central Heights. You got to pick up 2 wins on this toasty Saturday afternoon.
Kind of a must-win situation for the Blue Devils of Central Heights to make it to a game 3, get that rubber match in there. But they have to win this one first to make it to that game 3. So we'll play here in a minute, and then if Central Heights does get the win in this game, we'll wait about 30 minutes and play game 3.
Yeah, and if we do play game 3, we will we'll be on both places. We'll have a Texan live stream, so we'll have that, and we'll have our YouTube audio. So whether you're listening or watching this afternoon, I'd like to thank you for joining us. And if you are doing either one, Keith, what do they need to do?
Do what now? I'm sorry.
No, I said if they're watching or listening, what do they need to do today?
Like and subscribe?
Exactly.
Yep, like and subscribe, and that way you won't miss a minute of any of this action that we have this weekend, nor in the future.
And who's the reason we're here? We've got a big sponsor.
Our sponsor for all of our programming, and especially this weekend, is Azalea Orthopedics.
Demand Azalea. So if you need orthopedic care, Azalea Orthopedics here in Tyler. Awesome facility, great doctors. They're our sponsor today and our network sponsor, so we appreciate that. We also got a third member of our crew today. We don't want to forget about Rob standing behind us, working the camera.
And we got Claire.
Oh, right. I forget.
Fourth member, nobody.
That's our intern, Claire.
Yes.
Intern Claire.
Intern Claire. She is helping out with our scoreboard.
Yeah, because sometimes
it's her fault.
Well, that's to say, sometimes you forget sometimes, Keith, and so now.
Or I put the score on the wrong team.
Let her mess up. I'm ready to call her out on air.
I call her out as much as possible. So the coaches are meeting down at home plate with the umpires and exchanging handshakes and lineups. So we're almost going to get this thing started. They're going to do lineups and the national anthem here shortly, and the crowds are trickling in from both sides, Brett. We got buckets and drumsticks coming out on one side, so I have a feeling it's going to get loud, but it's going to get loud for both. It is standing room only here at the complex.
Oh, yeah, great crowd.
And both teams are coming. We actually had somebody show up earlier and look around, going, I don't know if there's going to be enough room.
Yeah, there's not much bleacher seating here, but there's a lot of good side, chair seating area. Yeah. So we've got canopies up.
We don't have one.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Small price to pay to be right behind home plate in order to bring you great broadcasting here. So we got fans on. Sometimes I'm sure you could probably hear it coming across the microphone.
Sorry, it's the only way we can go without baking here, and the equipment has to have it. So
so that way we can continue to broadcast all throughout today. We're hoping for a good game and a good series here. We're not obviously rooting for either team. We're just rooting for good baseball here in East Texas. So we're hoping that you have it as well.
Also, speaking of good baseball, this complex here at White House, a nice facility, Keith.
Extremely nice.
This one reminds me of Lindale, how we're sitting, kind of.
Yeah,
we're kind of sitting up over behind home plate. We got a really good view here.
Yes.
This field's completely turf.
Yeah, completely turf, from wall-to-wall turf, and good give on this backstop. I've been here a few times, they're introducing the teams right now. But been here before. Ball hit to the back. It looks like brick back here, and it is, but it's going to bounce off. Has good bounce. Maybe not as good as Lindale.
Just watch your head today, Keith.
Yeah, I'm going to watch my head. We're right behind, looking straight into this net. So going to have a great game here. Both these teams are great baseball teams for East Texas, and we're excited to be here today. We're going to go down to the field real quick and watch the lineups.
Batting cleanup and pitching, number 9, Cord Rager. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 11, Tanner Terry. Batting sixth and catching, number 5, Tyson Brooks. The designated hitter, batting seventh, number 15, Morgan Brooks. Batting eighth in left field, number 8, Nolan Spence. And batting ninth in right field, number 4, Isaiah Mungia. Playing first base, number 12, Ty Turner. The rest of the Panthers are number 7, Wyatt Anderson, number 13, TJ Richards, number 14, Aiden Votaw, number 16, Billy Teague, number 17, Riley Castillo, number 18, Judah Wright, number 19, Elijah Thayer, and number 20, Ryder Merritt. Head coach is Jeremy Roberson. And now the lineups and rosters for the Central Heights Blue Devils entering today's game at 35-1. Leading off, number 11, playing shortstop, Bryce Payne. Batting second in right field, number 2, Mitchell Ashley. Batting in the third spot, number 17, playing third base, Jackson Glimpf. In the cleanup slot and catching, number 15, Ashton Wagner. Batting fifth and second base, number 1, Luke Taylor. Batting sixth in left field, number 5, Cameron Hootner. Batting seventh in center field, number 10, Cade York. Their designated hitter, batting eighth, number 19, Luke Williamson. And batting ninth, number 14, and pitching, Nick West. At first base, number 12, Garner Rodriguez. The rest of the roster for Central Heights, number 8, Jake Touchstone. Number 4, Jack Christensen. Number 18, Bo Bryant. Number 7, Casey Powers. Number 3, Brady Owen. Number 6, Logan Baker. Number 13, Scott Jacks. And number 20, Ethan Kriener. Ethan Krennick. Would everyone please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, so the lineups and the national anthem are done, and it is almost game time here at the baseball field at the White House Athletic Complex here at White House High School. On the mound for Central Heights is Nick West. So, Brett, what are your keys to the game for today's game between these two teams?
All right, my first keys for Central Heights, it's do or die today for them. So I think it's key for Mr. West here to pitch well and go a long way. You don't want to have to eat up too many pitchers, especially if you know you have to play game 3 to move on. So I think for them it's key. If you're Maypearl, you want to be able to get your bats going early and try to because they want to throw West as long as they can, and I don't know how much they've got behind him. So I think the key for this is Maypearl. They got out there playing with house money right here. They don't have to win this. They can, they may have a pitcher they save for game 3. Central Heights has got to do whatever they can to win this game. So I think it's key for them if they're going to win the series to win this one as clean as possible to set up better for them. My third key is one that it's pretty much the whole playoff season we've had it. Limit mistakes and errors on both sides, especially in a big game. The longer you go in the playoffs, the better the teams are. They're not used to losing. Little errors, little mental mistakes can cost you. They can be the difference between a win or loss.
And we have seen that time and time again for some teams that just basically mentally implode, and that just explodes their season. And they're home. They're sitting at home right now.
Yep.
So, but here we go. And Maypearl is going to step up. Heath Graff is going to lead things off, number 1. So we're going to get this thing going. And Nick West looks in, gets the sign, and we are ready here at White House. Here's the first pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1 by Graff. And as you can hear behind us, we have a great crowd for both sides.
Oh, this is great. It's one of the best
awesome.
crowds we've had all playoff season.
And it's so exciting to see, not only for us as broadcasters, but for these kids to have all these fans. Another swing and a miss. And grabs behind 0-2.
Something interesting that Graf has got there. He's got like a hoodie there on his jersey. That's got to be an extra hot there.
Yeah, I'm sitting here just sweating, and he's got that hit right up the middle. But West grabs it. Nice little toss over to Mitchell West, and out number 1.
West to west?
West to west. And right then and there, real quick out.
Usually it's west to east or east to west, but that was west to west.
It sure was. And Bailey Ray is going to step in now. And he'll get a chance to see what he can do.
Bailey Ray.
With 1 out. And here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled off out of play. Way far away. And that's a mixture of that sound is a mixture of our fans and the wind.
Yeah.
The wind has picked up. It's about 88 degrees out here today.
Is that all?
That's all. High fly ball. It's going to be into center field. But York is underneath it. Calls everybody off. And says, I can take care of this myself for out number 2.
Well.
So just like that.
2 batters, 2 outs.
Yep. 2 up, 2 down. And Cole Rager.
Cole Rager
is going to step in as Nick West is looking for a 3 up, 3 down opportunity here in the top of the first. Rager steps in. West with the windup, and here comes the pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner, says Mr. Umpire.
Nice
with
pitch.
Enthusiasm at that. I like this umpire with that enthusiasm.
He's got some energy.
Yes, he does, and that's going to be 0-1.
I like those because then we can tell what the call is.
Yes. That's inside foul tip. And strike number 2, 0-2. One thing we can tell, these Panthers are not afraid to swing that bat.
Yeah, they're looking to hit the ball early here. So
they want to get on them quick.
West is like, nope, don't want to buy you.
Here's a pitch. High. Ball 1. So 1-2 is the count.
I'd like to hear that pop, Keith. That's
got a little zip on there by Nick West. And here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. And swung on and missed. Strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Panthers. And now it's going to be the Blue Devils' turn up at bat to see what they can get done. We're going to take a little break. Today's action brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
are back here at Wildcat Athletic Complex on the campus of White House High School in White House, Texas. The Maypearl Panthers led things off in the top of the first. They went 3 up, 3 down with a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. And it's the Blue Devils' turn with Bryce Payne leading things off. And Cord Rager is on the mound. He's a left-hander. Got a little zip on that, but high for ball 1. And Mr. Rager on the mound is a tall human being. And a good pitch right down the middle. A lot of fire behind that one. And the count is 1-1. So here's the windup of the pitch from Rager. Good little movement on that. Looked to me like it was over, but the umpire said no, and it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled backwards.
Whoa.
So yeah, it came right at us. Actually, it came right at Bret.
Yeah. Fence or the net there.
The net kind of helped you out a little bit. So count even at 2 for Payne as he's holding on. And here's the pitch by Rager. That's going to be fouled back into the Blue Devil dugout. Some of his teammates had to duck out of the way. And Payne going to step in again. So Rager looking in, and Payne ready for the pitch. Here it comes. That's going to be high, and full count now. Good job by Bryce Payne to bring it full. And so here we go. Here's the pitch by Rager. Good movement, going to be high though. And Bryce Payne is going to take a walk down to first base. Excited as he is. So Rager started really well on that, and he pitched really well. There was a lot of good breaking balls there that went over the plate. Should have been a strike in this broadcaster's opinion. But I'm not paid to call balls and strikes. I'm just paid to tell you what I think. Mitchell Ashley is up next as he walks and makes a step into that batter's box. Cord Rager takes a look over there at Payne. And he'll square around a bunt. That's going to go straight up the middle. And Ashley over to first. Rager, excuse me, over to first. And Ashley is not there in time. And the Panthers get their first out. But the sacrifice bunt works to perfection. As Bryce Payne gets over to second base, and the Blue Devils have a man in scoring position with with Payne over on second. Jackson Glimpf stepping in. And Cord Rager takes a look over at Payne and brings it home. Here's the pitch. That's inside for ball 1. Glimpf kind of had to get out of the way of that one. Kind of did a 180 there to maneuver. And here's the windup with the pitch. Good movement on that and on the outside corner, but no good, says the umpire. So 2 balls and no strikes. He's tried that pitch about 4 or 5 times here in the last 3 batters, but no go. And that's a good pitch for him, and it's going to be a long day if Rager can't get that one for a strike. That's a high and outside. And Bret, Rager's had that little breaking ball that catches the outside corner, but the umpire is just not calling it. And like I was saying, it's going to be a long day if he can't get that one in for a strike.
Rager's a big kid too.
Yeah, he's huge. About 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah.
That's on the outside corner for a strike. A good fastball there. So now it's 3-1. But if that breaking ball, like I said, he's used that one. It's a beautiful pitch, but man, that's going to hurt. So 3-1, and Rager from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 4, and we have another base runner at first and second.
Yeah, so we talked about the start, Keith, and so far Central Heights is doing what they need to do here early in the game.
Well, he's had a few pitches that were strikes that weren't called. So Rager's got to step back, evaluate what the umpire says is a strike and not, and utilize that. He's got good stuff. He just has to find what works and use it to his strength.
Yeah, you've got to adjust to what the umpire's calling here and you know, settle in. Sometimes that pitchers take that first couple innings to get used to that strike zone.
Ashton Wagner is watching that first one go by right down the middle for a strike.
That was a nice pitch.
And yeah, it really was. So strike one, 0-1 now the count. Only one out for the Blue Devils, runners on first and second. Rager from the stretch. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. They're going to call that a foul tip as it goes back to the backstop.
You know what I want to call this matchup today, Keith?
What's that?
It's the Battle of the Blondes.
Yes, it is the battle. It looks like both teams have bleached, and I don't know if this is jealousy talking.
They're not using the same color blonde either. It's a little different.
We have Tom at the plate. Both teams have bleached their hair blonde.
Intern Claire loves it too.
Oh yeah, she's been talking all about it. But these kids, they have hair. I don't. So I don't know if it's jealousy talking, but they bleached all their hair blonde. So it's crazy. The runner goes, and the hit and run is on, and a double play.
Wow.
As that is just a an unfortunate event that just happened. Wagner hits it straight to Cole Rager, who is the shortstop, who catches it. The hit and run was on as Bryce Payne takes off for third, and the double play was hit.
How far was he from the base when he caught that? Like maybe a step or two, right? He just caught it.
Well, up in the air, he was way away.
But when he came right down, almost on the base. I mean,
yeah, he came down. So the double play was on as Rager, the brother of, I'm guessing the pitcher he's the brother, Cole Rager and Cord Rager, but the shortstop catches it and takes a nice little hop, skip, and a jump over to second for the double play as Bryce Payne was trying to get the hit and run over to third base. So after that interesting, exciting event right there, it was a good hit by Wagner, but didn't quite work out.
Hey, during this break too, between innings, make sure you go over and check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NETsn live. If you're watching on Text Live or an FHS, slide over there and give us a like on this video, audio only broadcast, and subscribe to our channel. We got lots of great content. It'll really help us out. And also, Brett, if you're listening, go tell us where you're watching the game from. We like to know where all our fans are coming from. See who's the farthest away watching this game today with us.
We got a little sun reprieve here. The clouds kind of came in and helped us out just a little bit with a little cooling.
It may last about 2
and now
seconds.
The sun's back out.
Just enough time for you to change your glasses.
Well, I had to. Yeah, it's hard for me to see. And I'll say this on there. My sunglasses don't have the bifocals that I need to read.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, my age is coming out. So, here we go.
Make intern Claire read for you.
She's busy doing the scoreboard for us. Here we are in the top of the second. Cord Rager.
My goal is to make her laugh all day long. It's gonna be fun.
And pitcher against pitcher as West puts that one on the outside corner. One heck of a pitch. That's going to be strike one. And Cord looking at it like, I don't think so. You didn't call that for me. But here's the pitch.
Ooh.
Swung on and missed for strike two. Did that drop down? Was that a little movement like a slider?
That was pretty nasty.
That's what it looked like to me.
It's like the floor below the baseball just dropped out from under it.
And Rager went for it. Here's the pitch. That's high and outside. Didn't go for that one. As Rager is now 1-2 for the count.
I'll tell you one thing. West is bringing the heat. Like when that ball's hitting the mitt tonight, it's popping.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back onto the net. So 1 ball, 2 strikes for Rager. I tell you what, Brett, I'm watching still. Fans are still trickling in for both sides.
Oh yeah. These teams have a big following.
That's going to be off the ground. It bounced about 1.5 feet in front of home plate. So obviously no play on that one. Count even at 2-2. And West looks in, gets the sign that he likes. And the windup, here's the pitch. That's way outside. Almost out of the other batter's box on the right-hand side. So we're ready. the full count. And here's the pitch. That's going to be inside.
Oh, rung him up, man.
And Rager kind of looked at the umpire, but
I'm digging this umpire, Keith.
Yeah,
he gets into it. He's gonna if he rings you up, he's gonna make you.
He's gonna let you know about it.
We've had some umpires that we can't even tell if it's strikeout this playoff season.
We can't even hear them. And
yeah,
we're right behind it. So yeah, this umpire is nice to watch. So strikeout number 2 for West, and Tanner Terry steps in. That's a good hit into center field. It's going to be left. Center going to drop.
Gapper to the wall.
All the way to the fence as Terry makes it round second base, but no, he's held up.
Nice arm,
and he gets back to second.
Wow.
He was gunning for second. He wanted to go all the way to third.
A nice job for Cade York out there in center, Keith, to get over and get that ball in quickly.
Yeah, York was booking it, but that hit right in the sweet spot in between left and center field to drop. And a good job by the center fielder, York, to get it back in. But a good hit by Tanner Terry to get that stand-up double. He wanted to go to third, Brett. And his coach was just waving those arms, telling him to stop. So Tyson Brooks is now at the plate, trying to bring Tanner Terry home with 1 on and 1 out. And Brooks calls for time as West was taking a little bit too much of it. And, of course, we're not with the Major League rules as far as the time goes. No pitch clock here. That's going to be outside as Tyson Brooks tried for a bunt there, squared around, but no go. So West looks in. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high for a ball. So that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. West checks the runner at second, and here's square around for a bunt is Tyson Brooks, but no go. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to Tyson Brooks, excuse me. As Tanner Terry watches that one in there for a strike. Three and 1 the count to Tyson Brooks. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Brooks going to make the stroll down to first base. And the Panthers have runners on first and second.
Up next, the designated hitter, Morgan Brooks.
And Morgan Brooks is going to step in. That's going to be a high fly ball.
Headache.
Out of play. Sorry, we're trying to get our equipment under some fans here.
Yeah. A little hot for it.
Yep. Here's West with the pitch. That's right down the middle. Good hit over to first base. And West goes ahead and Mitchell West, the first baseman, goes ahead, looks around, but makes the great choice of heading over to first base and tagging.
Yeah, take that easy out. Now you just got to get the batter here and they're out of the inning.
Gets 2 outs. Time on the play as the umpire wants to take a look at the ball and says that ball is no good.
Didn't like that one.
And throws it out. So a good heads up play as Morgan Brooks grounds out to first, and Nolan Spence is now going to step in. with 2 out and 2 on, runners at second and third. And here's the pitch by West. And swung on and missed. Good breaking ball to the outside.
Good pitch. It's a nice little, almost looked like he set up for a fastball. And
yeah, it was a good break on there.
Broke right away from the batter there.
So West looks in. And the pitch. Outside, no. That's going to be a ball, 1-1. Sets for a pitch. And West throws over to third.
Oh, he's got him. He's got him for the third out. What a play by West, Keith.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Great pickoff play that I've seen.
What a move over. That was.
Wow.
Man, and that ends the inning, and that's a big play.
Fantastic play by Nick West.
Whew.
And a great job to get that over there for out number 3. So with that, we're going to head to the bottom of the second. Still no score here at White House. And, yeah, great playoff baseball, just like I knew we would. So we'll be right back here at White House Wildcat Athletic Complex. Today's game brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Yeah, please.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Welcome back to today's Blue Devils. Brent, how do you think it's going so far? We're already through 1.5 here.
Well, for a 0-0 game, there's been a lot going on, Keith. I mean, you had a couple of big, I call it big plays, and I didn't mention that make innings go farther.
Yeah.
You had the big double play on the bottom of the first by Maypearl. You had the Rager caught the ball, stepped on the bag, got the double play, got them out of a jam, and then you had Central Heights for Maypearl. So 2 big plays right there that erased base runners and opportunities to score here early in this game.
And, excuse me, Luke Taylor stepping in. And he'll be leading things off this inning. The second baseman. Here's a windup from Rager. Swung on and missed by Taylor, so already finding himself back in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Here's a pitch on the outside. He did, he went around, so no balls and 2 strikes now, as Taylor finds himself behind in the count. And I'll tell you right now, Brad, this is a faster paced game than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's going pretty quickly so far.
I mean, I don't want to jinx this or anything, but.
Well, like you talked about last night was 10-5. It's the opposite today. So far, it's been a pitcher's duel.
Swung on, missed, and that's strike 3. First strikeout for Nick West. And like we said last inning, Brett, it sometimes takes some pitchers a little bit of time to get used to where the umpire likes things, where things go, and Wes just had to figure out, or excuse me, not Wes, Rager had to just figure out where this umpire wants things.
Yep.
And here's Rager with the windup.
He's settling in here.
Whew. There's that breaking ball, and he finally figured out where to put it, and that one was right over, and does a great job with that pitch, 0-1. Here it comes. High, right about helmet level. 1-1 the count. And there's the pitch on the outside, goes all the way to the backstop. And that pitch goes down the middle, but no call. So now it's 3-1.
Looking to try to get a runner on here for Central Heights.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball.
Oh, we called a strike. Whoa.
And Butner was already halfway down. It was a ball, but the umpire made his call.
Yeah,
and said, I guess it was on the outside corner.
It was a little outside for what I saw there.
You're on that side, Brett, so you may have seen something different than I
mean,
did.
It looked a little bit outside, but if that's what he's going to give, then
and that's a good hit straight into center field territory. And Tanner Terry says, not in my neighborhood, and takes that for out number 2. So what was thought to be a walk ends up being a fly out to center field. And that's going to bring Cade York up to the plate with nobody on and 2 outs. So that was something that they thought they were going to get there, Brett, but didn't quite work out.
No, it sure didn't. It did not.
And now Rager with the windup and the pitch, a good breaking ball right. Good night. That is just the prettiest thing I've ever seen, as that just breaks right over the middle.
Don't tell your wife that.
Yeah. Apparently my daughter's a little offended with that one too. And that one almost hit York as it broke, another breaking ball, but that one broke all the way down to the shin of Cade York. So 1-1's the count. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner for a strike, so it's going to be 1-2.
Yeah, Rager's really settling in this inning.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Rager doing a good job. So far this inning, here's the windup and the pitch. That's high.
Oh, you go around? Nope.
Did not go around as they appealed to, and
it was close.
I'll tell you what, no, he didn't go around. I saw the bat.
It was close though. It was close enough for an appeal.
So appeal down to first, did not go as the umpire said no.
They got 4 umps for that reason in this kind of game.
Yes, they do. So 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and that one, however, did go around. And not only did it go around, it took York all the way around, and that's the strikeout that ends the inning. So we're through 2. Still goose eggs on the scoreboard, and it's anyone's game so far as we head into the top of the 3rd. We're going to take a break ourselves, kind of cool off a little bit as best we can here in this stifling heat that's starting to raise up just a little bit, and we'll be right back. This game brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here at White House Wildcat Athletic Complex.
Number 8, Nolan Spence.
Nolan Spence going to lead things off here at the top of the third.
No sunflower seeds allowed.
And no score yet here in the ball game. Lets you know the type of caliber teams that these two are. It was 10-5 score last night in the final as Maypearl did take that one, but neither team giving an inch this one. That's going to be way inside for a ball as West tried to break that one, but I guess it just didn't have enough English on it to come across the plate. So 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside as well. Same spot, same call. So 2-0 the count. And Spence is going to step back in, see what he can get going here. Here's a pitch. That one's going to be hit, but it's going to go out of play. And 2 balls and 1 strike now with that foul. Here's the pitch. And with that foul ball, we got a 2 ball and 2 strike situation going on. As Spence will step back in. West looking in, trying to get that sign. Finds what he's looking for, and a windup with the pitch. To the outside, that's going to be hit. Going straight to Luke Taylor, the second baseman. And that's 4-3 put out. And we have the first out as Nolan Spence grounds out. Isaiah Mungia, I believe.
Maypearl, number 4, Isaiah Mungia.
As he steps in. Top of the lineup, Heath Graff is on deck. In there for a strike. Good pitch by Nick West. And it's 0-1. West with the pitch and the windup. And a hit right down the third base line. And it goes past Glenn into the outfield. We have a base hit. And Mungia turns, takes a look, but stays at first. And a good shot. Glimpse dives, but misses it. And we have a runner on first for the top of the lineup as Heath Graff steps up. That was a good hit down the sideline for Mungia. And gets a little action here for the Panthers. Here's the pitch by West, and that's another one up the middle. It's going to go into the outfield, right past Luke Taylor, and another base hit.
Yeah, so Maypearl trying to get some runners on early here in the inning.
They're hitting them where they ain't there, Brett.
Yeah, that's where you want to do. You don't have to hit it very hard as long as you put it in play where the other team's not. You can move base runners around.
And it's really nothing that that Central Heights is doing. It's not any mistakes. They're literally hitting them in spots where it's just hard to get to. The Blue Devils are doing a good job of trying to get it. Taylor dove right there, just right out of his reach. The play before that, Glenth just couldn't get there. So they're doing a good job. It's just they're, like I said, hitting it where they ain't.
Yeah. Ray didn't like the time that West was taking, so he steps out and resets here.
Yep. And Bailey Ray is going to set there. West checks the runner at second and brings it in there for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. That's a pretty pitch, Brett.
Yeah, if you're Central Heights right now, you're looking to try to maybe get a ground ball to your infield, try to turn 2 here and get out of this inning.
Yeah, you got 1 down, so you really can't do a sack bunt or anything like that. Sack fly is not in play, so a base hit's what you need. That's going to go out of play. But you know what he was thinking there. He was thinking down the right field line.
Oh, there's some space over there.
There is some space. So no balls and 2 strikes, though, for Bailey Ray. And the left-hander steps in, takes a look down the third base line. West now ready, steps in, looks in, and gets to the stretch. Doesn't check the runner. No, now he does. He checks the runner. Second, brings it home, and that's a high fly ball into right field, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder, Isaiah Munguia. Oh, no, excuse me, Mitchell Ashley.
Yeah.
And Ashley does a good job by bringing it in really fast after that out.
They didn't test his arm.
Nope, they sure didn't. And they wanted to.
I mean, they didn't even get off the bag there. Coach was like,
No.
for the media, it's like, no, we're not.
Munguia tried. Munguia actually took about 3 or 4 steps and then stopped and went back.
They didn't want to get that third out on third again.
Yeah. So Cole Rager's going to step in. He's going to see what he can do with 2 out and 2 on. As West looks in. A long time on that and finally gets what he wants. Checks the runner at second and brings it home and tried to. I love that. Ashton Wagner brings it back in from about the middle of the other batting box and tries to frame it over the strike zone of the plate, but the home umpire was not fooled one bit on that, Brett.
No, he wasn't.
Here's a pitch by West. That one's outside.
Ooh,
another one.
He's trying to really frame those.
Yeah, he framed that one again. It was the same pitch.
I think
or location.
Yeah. The batter's laughing at him a little bit there. He's like, Rager's like, hey, you can't. Good try there.
Yeah, Wagner does a good job, though. He's a good catcher. He's trying to bring that over. West, here's the pitch. That one's over.
Ooh,
however.
nice pitch.
No framing for that one by Wagner, as that's the strike that he was waiting on. So 2-1 now.
Yeah, he fooled Rager there.
Sure did.
He was looking for a fastball. And
so Cole Rager looks in. West taking a little bit more time than usual. Finds what he's looking for. Checks the runner at second and brings the ball home. That's a good hit into left field.
Uh-oh, down the line, Keith. That's going to score a run.
That gets in the corner.
2 runs.
And Munguia's in. And Graff is in.
Wow, what a hit there for Rager.
And Cole Rager gets a stand-up RBI double.
He helps out his brother there, Keith.
Yes, he does.
Man.
So here we are.
We talked about going down the line. That was perfect.
Yeah. 2 outs, 2 on, and Cole Rager gets an RBI double and puts the Panthers on a board. And his brother, Cord Rager, who is probably happy right now about what his brother did.
He's going to try to bring his brother in here.
He's going to try to bring his brother in with that big room over there on the right field line side. West looking at second, now brings the pitch. Ooh. That's going to be down and low at the feet of Cord.
Yeah, West has got he can't worry about Rager on second right now. He's up there dancing at second base, doing all kinds of stuff, trying to distract him.
Yeah.
He's got to worry about getting this batter out. It's all he needs right here.
Yeah, focus on what's in front of you, not what's behind you. That's going to be a hit straight.
Oh! Snagged out of the air, Keith.
Goodness, Bryce Payne just launches up, and deja vu of Cole Rager last inning that did the same thing.
Jeez.
With the double play. But the Panthers knock on the door and enter in with 2 runs for that one. And now we're heading to the bottom of the second, and the Blue Devils need to get on the board now and even this thing up.
Yep, they've got the blast at bat today, so they've got a match here and try to stay with Maypearl early here.
Well, they don't want to get out of hand, and they don't want to end up, having a situation like, last night, because, like we said earlier, this is a must-win by Central Heights to get things going for them. We're going to look at some scores here. We've got a lot of games tonight. Last night was graduation, and that's why our other crew, a lot of games did not, a lot of games did not get played last night. They were played Thursday night or Wednesday night. Some teams took off last night because of little graduation. We didn't do last night's game because of graduation. So we're going to look at some games that have gone on. And one game that we did last week was we did the Pleasant Grove and Lindale game. Pleasant Grove played Salina this week, and Pleasant Grove lost. Pleasant Grove's a good team, but they lost to Salina.
Salina must be a really good team because Pleasant Grove looked great last week.
Yes, they did. So Salina advances to the next round, and Pleasant Grove, after a fantastic season, is heading home.
We talked about how young they are. They're not going anywhere. They'll be back.
And playing right now over at Mike Carter Field is Liberty Ilu and Aubrey. And Liberty Ilu won the first game 5-2. So at Mike Carter Field, Liberty Ilu is playing right now. And right now, let's see, I believe they're playing a game 3 in Forney with Carthage and China Spring.
Leading off for the Blue
As
Devils,
China Spring won earlier today, so they're playing a game 3 today in Forney.
Yeah, that's going to be a good series right there.
It is.
We know how good Carthage always is.
Right. So Luke Williamson for the Blue Devils is stepping in. And here's the pitch. It's going to be high, but in the strike zone, as the umpire says. So 0-1. Rager taking a look, and here's the windup in the pitch. That's a hit, but it's going to go over. His teammates have to dodge a little bit. And 0-2 is the count. Williamson steps in. Lefty versus lefty here, Bret. And that's always interesting to watch.
Yeah, you don't see it a whole lot in high school.
You really don't. Here's a pitch. And fouled off again. A little bit late on his swing with Williamson.
Yeah, he's definitely been late. He's been putting his teammates in danger over there in the dugout.
Yeah. So he's ready. Rager with the windup, and here comes the pitch. That's inside. But Williamson does a good job of just kind of watching it. And that'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes now. No, here's the windup, and Rager brings it. Good shot down the middle.
Oh, man.
Rung him up.
Couldn't believe that one.
That was a little low looking to me.
Yeah.
But
strikeout for Maypearl.
the umpire thought that it was right on track.
Batting next.
So Nick West,
Pitcher, Nick
the
West.
pitcher, so it's pitcher against pitcher duel with Bryce Payne on deck at the top of the order. Here's the pitch.
Oh, stung him
The
in.
first pitch is a hit by pitch.
And he didn't like that one.
Yep, Nick West is not very pleased with that. And the umpire is going to go have a little conversation with Cord Rager. Make sure that he understands that
We're not playing dodgeball
Nope.
here.
not going to do that.
Batting for the Blue Devils, number 11, shortstop Bryce Payne.
So the hit by pitch puts a runner on first,
You know-
and Bryce Payne's going to step in at the top of the lineup.
So, you know what's interesting about that, Keith, is West will have to face Rager on the other way around. It'll be interesting to see later if he throws in on him or anything.
Yeah, because actually Rager was up to bat when West threw out his counterpart over at third.
Yeah.
So Rager gets to come back up and start the next inning.
It'll be
at bat.
interesting.
So that'd be big fun to see what's going to happen there. Rager with the pitch, and that's foul.
Oh!
That's foul right at Bret here.
Oh, let's check on the other people's cameras
Yeah.
that are sitting behind it. I can't tell.
I can't see either.
Can't tell.
See if it works over there. 0-1 the count with Nick West over at first. Rager checks on him over there.
Oh, our camera's still good that we got there.
And here's the pitch. And that one looked good too, but the umpire didn't agree. And it's going to be 1-1.
See, our home plate camera's still good, Keith.
Oh, good.
It's looks great.
Awesome.
Must have been a good job. Whoever put that camera up fastened it really good.
I don't know who does that, but he needs a raise.
Yeah, definitely. We all do.
There's a pitch, got a little bit away from Rager there.
Speaking of that, anybody that wants to sponsor us, we'd love to have your sponsorship. We do this because we just love it. We don't, charge the schools or anything during the season to cover. So if your school's interested in having us out to broadcast and you'd like to sponsor it, give us a shout, NETsn live@gmail.com, or visit our website, netsn.live.
And here's the pitch, and the runner goes, and he's caught in a rundown. We'll see what happens.
I think he's there.
He's in there safe, gets underneath.
Great job by West on that slide.
Yeah, West took off, and actually, I don't know, Rager must have seen something and knew it was coming.
Yeah, well,
and threw over there, and actually West was caught, but the throw was just an errant throw by Mitchell West over at first.
I thought it was interesting too, Keith, that you know, he slid. You were playing this turf. It's not like dirt, so it seemed like they're on a slip and slide sometimes. So he slid early and slid right underneath him.
And I've actually seen players on this very field, because I've seen a lot of games on this field, slide right past the base if you're not careful. That's a swing on and miss. And that's the first strike, or excuse me, second strike, so 2-2 is the count.
Doesn't hurt near as bad either.
No.
Sliding on the dirt's not too fun.
No, and I've done that myself. Long time ago. Not gonna say how long, but I have to have bifocals, so you can just guess how old I am and how old.
Oh, look at that curve on that. Oh, just a little outside. Nice curve ball there from Rager.
That's a good pitch. So it's a full count.
Your intern Claire is giving some kind of hand signals over there, Keith. I think she might be trying to give away some numbers.
Yeah, I thought she was saying that I was a certain age.
She said 25 years old is what she was signaling.
Yeah, she's very nice. She wants something. And that's inside for a ball. Yeah, she's
when do kids not want something, though?
Yeah, she'll be a senior next year, so she's bucking for some money right now. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be a walk as Bryce Payne will head down to first.
Well, she, you know, keep that intern title. Maybe she can make some money with NETsn.
Maybe. We'll put her to work. She's
yeah,
a good
she needs to go get us some sponsorships.
She does a good job. She's fun to have around, too.
Maybe she can get us some good sponsors over there. She's got some connections in Troop.
Oh, yeah. Mitchell Ashley is now going to bat. It's a throw. Oh, no. That faked me out as Nick West tries to get back real fast, but no throw was even done. It was just a good fake out by Cord Rager. Faked me out.
This is a big inning here for Central Alliance. They can do some damage here and try to get back in it.
And that's on the outside.
And top of the lineup here too, so really good opportunity.
Well, Mitchell Ashley had a sacrifice bunt, his first at bat in the first inning, to move Payne over to second. And this is when Payne got caught in that double play. That's going to be hit. That's going to go straight over to Rager. Rager over to first.
Ooh,
and that's in time. And that will advance the runners into scoring position. But it gives 2 outs on the board for the Blue Devils. So it's kind of a bittersweet, you know, situation here. As Jackson Glent, who walked the last time he was at bat, steps up to the plate.
All right, we got Faith Burns. Says, I'm watching from Maypearl ISD. Glad to hear the announcers. You can't view it on YouTube, so I'll continue to watch text line. Yeah, thanks for watching, Faith. We
Faith.
For playoffs, we have to do it on text line. Ooh,
that was a hit by pitch. Sorry to interrupt, Brett.
Oh, you're good. That stung a little. That's going to put the bases loaded for their cleanup.
You know, and you got to wonder if that's happened a few times, because he has a guard on his elbow.
Yeah.
That he wears, so that probably happens more often than not. Sorry about that, Faith, that he was talking about.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just going to let Faith know we appreciate their tuning in. And make sure you like and subscribe our channel though while you're there. But yeah, the video is only on Text Live. Unfortunately, UAL charges for those games, so we can provide you free audio. Or you can check out our Text Live coverage. And we appreciate you tuning in and listening to us.
And the audio is the same thing you get as the video, just without the video. Yeah. You get the screen, you know, the scoreboard and everything else, and our lovely voices.
Yeah, it's the it's not just radio. You get audio plus you get everything except video.
Right. So Ashton Wagner is going to step up after the hit by pitch on Glent, and base is now loaded, and that's going to be hit foul ball on the right-hand side down the right field. So this is a big at-bat for Ashton Wagner and the Blue Devils. And Cord Rager has got to kind of calm down a little bit as he's hit 2 batters this inning. but he's also struck out and walked one.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's got the ability. He's got, you know what I haven't seen yet is that breaking ball, so I know he's got it.
We threw that nice curve earlier.
I will share, and I have noticed this inning, that the Blue Devils are a lot closer in. They're crowding the plate, and I don't know if that's by design, because I haven't watched the Blue Devils, and I haven't really focused on it, but they are looking like they're crowding a little bit, and I don't know if they're doing that on purpose. But they have had 2 hit by pitches this inning, so that's a good way. But no run, because that backstop bounced that ball right back at Tyson Brooks. But it's going to be 1-1. And as you can hear probably behind us, we got a lot of fans cheering on their team.
A little chatter going.
Not a lot of chatter going. But that's to be expected when you get into this far of the playoffs. Rager brings the pitch, and good. High and outside, so 2 balls and 1 strike. So Wagner steps back in, and he is really in. His feet are in the paint.
Yeah, you can't wipe that line away like in the dirt.
No, you can't. Here comes the pitch. Good pitch, but no call. And that one was just beautiful as it broke right over the plate on the inside corner, but no call as 3-1 is now the count.
And they're looking at one pitch away here from walking in a run, Key.
And Rager's got to do something. And we're going to see what he dials up here as he's in the stretch, and here comes the pitch. Right down the middle.
It's
and
high.
It's high, says the umpire.
Yeah, a little high inside there.
Walk. So the coach is going to head on out and have a conversation with Rager. Probably just calm him down a little bit, because in my opinion, he hasn't really pitched bad. He's not doing anything, in my opinion, that's out of bounds. He just, some of them are a little out, but not getting some calls on some.
I'm just going to settle him down a little bit.
So probably giving his teammates a little bit of an opportunity. And really what he needs to do is pitch the ball and allow the team behind him to back him up, which they know they can.
He's just got to put the ball down the middle, where basically it forces Central Heights to have to swing the bats.
And that's what some of these high school pitchers forget. You got a team behind you. You don't have to no-hit every single time. So Luke Taylor's going to step in.
And you can no-hit by letting them hit the ball, as long as you're pitching where your team can field behind you.
And there's the pitch right down the middle.
I don't know that I've ever seen a no-hitter, Keith, that was all strikeouts.
Right.
You had to have a team to help you behind you.
You do. And I'm not sure what Luke Taylor was waiting on, but if he was waiting for any better of a pitch, you wouldn't have found one. But other than that, great pitch by Cord Rager.
Yeah, he might have had to take on. If Rager struggled this inning, maybe that was the sign to take was on.
And Rager steps back,
because otherwise that was not a bad pitch to swing at there.
So Rager with the windup and pitch, high and outside for a ball. And the fans now getting into it a little bit. And 1-1, 2 outs, bases still loaded. And 1 run in for the Blue Devils here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch by Rager. Hit. And it's going to go over to Bailey Ray. Ray's going to get it over to first. And the 4-3 out is going to end the inning. 1 run did come in, but that's all she wrote for that one, as Rager does a good job of getting out of that inning with only 1 run, as the Maypearl Panthers still lead after 3, 2-1. And we're going to take a short break. Today's game brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of the action. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Leading off for the Panthers, number 11.
And we are back
Tanner Terry.
at the top of the fourth now. Pardon me. And Tanner Terry is up. I guess Rager's not, and I guess I was wrong. I would have thought that Rager would have been the one that would step in after that last thing, because didn't we end on a throw out at?
Trying to think how that transpired, but well,
I could have been wrong. It's happened before, but either way, Tanner Terry is up to bat. And West with the windup in the pitch. That's going to be swung on, but tipped for a strike.
You know, this game kind of reminds me of we know we covered a lot of Lindale Van this year.
Yes.
The blue, red, the split of the fans kind of here.
Right.
We're in the middle.
It is, yeah.
To your left, you've got all the central lights in blue, and so you turn right, and you've got red all the way around Maypearl.
Yes. There's a pitch. It's going to be bounced in. So 2-2 now for Tanner.
Especially since, both teams
Yeah.
well supported here.
Now, you remember, Brett, Tanner Terry hit a double back in the fourth to get things going. So we'll see what he can do in this one. That's going to be inside once again, so a full count to Terry. And this is a good opportunity. This is about when, teams start feeling out your pitchers. You get your timing down. They've already gone through the lineup a couple of times. And so you start to get some hits. That's a swing and a miss as I say that. And a strikeout down as Tanner Terry goes and has a seat. Tyson Brooks, who walked back in the second, is up to bat. That's the second player we've seen with the little hoodie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Coming out of the back. I don't know if that's like, and he's got, I don't know.
It's interesting just because it's so hot right now.
But kids wear hoodies now all the time in school, so,
Man.
and everywhere. I don't know why.
I like a good hoodie just
in the wintertime
when it's a little colder.
But we're old. Here's a pitch. I'm old anyway. Great breaking ball by Nick West. That breaks over to the outside corner for strike one. And West looks in. Here's a windup in the pitch. That's going to hit, but bounce back and hit
right off of his leg.
Brooks in his shin. Ooh. That hurt me a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to have a bruise tomorrow there.
Just kind of walking it off a little bit.
I'd have been down for 5 or 10 minutes there at least.
One thing, Brett, I like about the field here at White House Athletic Complex is the pitch count out on the scoreboard.
Yes.
There's going to be a hit over to the first base side. Mitchell West gets it, tosses over to Nick West for out number 2. Pardon me.
Batting.
And that's going to be 2 down
15, Morgan Brooks.
as Morgan Brooks steps up. Brooks grounded out back in the second inning at his first at-bat. And here's West with the pitch. That's going to be high and outside for a ball. And the infield is back a little bit on the second and shortstop side. That's going to be fouled straight back.
Right over the top of us.
As Brett ducks under the table.
Yeah, I wanted to.
It comes straight at him. But as I was saying, yeah, the second and shortstop, or second baseman and shortstop are back right off the infield into the outfield grass there. There's a good pitch. That's going to be high, however.
You mean outfield turf, the green turf.
Look, we're going to call it the grass. It is the turf, but we're going to call it the grass.
The green turf versus the brown dirt turf.
2-1 to count. Here's the pitch by West. That's going to be straight down the middle. And even the count at 2.
I don't think you could mow the grass
Morgan
where it
Brooks.
looked that pretty, Keith. It's
no. You probably could. I've seen some professional major league fields that can do that, but they cost a little bit of money. There's the pitch by West. It's going to be straight into the outfield past Bryce Payne, who dives for it. And we have a base hit and a base runner for the Panthers.
Those guys probably get paid pretty good money to keep that field nice.
They probably do. That's their job. And they do it well. Nolan Spence grounded out in the third inning, last inning.
Speaking of that, Payne getting over there, almost getting that ball was impressive.
That was.
He covered some ground.
And once again, it's just hitting it where they're not. And it wasn't that he was out of place. He was in a good spot. He just couldn't get there. It was just one of those positions. That's high and outside for a ball, 0-1. But a great hit by Morgan Brooks to get on first base. Got to give him his due on that one. He's over at first. And West brings it home. That's going to be high. Hit out of play over to the right field side. So 1-1. As West looks in. Brooks over at first. And that's going to be a hit. Short little
tough play
over there. And
got him. What a play.
Jackson Glimpse.
Man.
And Glimpse makes a good play on the ball. It was a little dink donk over there on the third base line.
That was an incredible play, guys.
Yeah,
for one, he had to charge it almost halfway down the line and field it.
Yeah.
And then while he almost didn't even come up. He almost fielded the ball and then threw it from being low.
Yeah.
It was almost sidearm type throw, right on the money, and just getting the runner at first.
It was the equivalent of a bunt. It was like a hard swing, full swing bunt down the third base line. And Glimpse just did, like you said, did a good job.
A lot of good defense today.
Very good. So we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth now. As no score in the top of the fourth for the Panthers. And now the Blue Devils are going to have an opportunity to at least tie it. And they're going to try to as we head a little bit further into this ball game. So we're going to take a short break here. And our sponsor for today's game is Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
For the Blue Devils. And talking about being here in White House, the White House Wildcats are going to be at Dallas Baptist University tonight at 5 o'clock. They're going to be playing Frisco Wakeland in their playoff game. There's going to be a foul ball out of play.
Yeah, I talked to the coach a little bit when we got here early to set up, and he said that they got down early 3-0 and just couldn't get back in it, but said they should win. He's confident that they can come back and get 2 today and move on to the next round.
That's going to be inside for a ball, now 1-1. White House, a good team. They're 31-7 on the season, playing a 24-12-3 Frisco Wakeland team. So good matchup there at Dallas Baptist.
Well, another thing is, too, you've got another district foe on the other side of the bracket, Longview, which knocked out the district champion, Hallsville, last week. And
they're playing Frisco Reedy.
And they won the first game, so
and
possibility of being in all East Texas regional final there.
And they're playing at Reedy right now. That's in there for a strike, so it's 2-2 now the count to Buettner as Rager is just pitching his heart out up there. And I'm going to check on the score for the Longview game because it's going. That's going to be fouled out of play. So Cameron Buettner steps in. Rager looking for the call. Finds what he's looking for. And here's the pitch. That's going to bounce right in front. And Bret tries to catch it.
Spun up at me.
Bret, it's over on the other side of the net, brother. Can't catch it.
Could have had it. I thought it was going to go all the way up the net. It had so much spin on it.
So now it's a full count, 3-2. And Rager takes a look. Here's the pitch. That's and that went straight at you, my friend.
Man, they're coming right at. They're coming for me today.
Yeah. They are coming at you on that one. That was a nice little foul back, so the count remains the same. So here's the pitch by Rager, and that's down low, so Buettner will take his stroll over to first base. The fifth walk that Rager has dealt today as Cade York takes a stroll. And the Blue Devils coach heads out and makes a couple of adjustments, tells his batter and his base runner a couple of things. So we'll see what happens. Breaks down for a bunt, and that going to work to perfection as the sacrifice bunt by Cade York puts Buettner at second in scoring position.
He's just trying to move the runner around so they can get the runner in to tie this game.
So Luke Williamson's now going to step in. He's left-handed.
Here's our lefty-lefty matchup again, Keith. We talked about a little earlier.
And it didn't work well for Williamson last time as he struck out.
No, and he didn't like the call there either on the strikeout.
So Rager takes a look at second. Nothing there, and there's a hit. It's going to be fouled. And now 0-1. Rager watching Buettner over at second intently. And here's the pitch. That's going to be outside. Looked like off the corner, but a little bit too far.
Yeah. More along the lines of that right-handed batter's box line, a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Good eye there from Williamson.
So Rager goes. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit down the first base line, but it's going to go foul.
Well, he's trying for down. He's trying to pull it down the line here. He's pulled it in the dugout the first time. That was a little bit closer, more towards his first base coach. There's space over there in right field. So
yes, there is a lot.
He can score a run.
They're giving him a little bit too much room over there in that right field.
Yeah.
However, you never know. Magia may have some speed. That's going to be a ball that gets away. And that's going to put...
they're going to say...
Interference called, right?
No, I think they said that he swung, and it was a drop third strike, so then they tagged him out because he didn't run. Because I heard from behind him saying he went, and so the catcher tagged him.
And they appealed
that out there.
Yeah. So now with 2 outs, Nick West, who was hit by a pitch his last time up, really hasn't had an at-bat yet against Rager. And that's straight down the pipe.
Man.
That's a fine how do you do on that one. Right now, real quick on that Longview Frisco Reedy, Reedy is leading 2-0 in the middle of the 5th.
Okay.
So I'll keep update on that one. Here's a pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike 2.
And Rager's settling in here, Keith.
Sure is. Making it a very interesting game. And Rager's looking to pitch this one, strike this guy out, and keep it a 2-1 game and the lead for his team. Here's the pitch on the outside. Tried to make West go fishing, but didn't take. And now we have a 1-2 count. And with Buettner down on third, he's itching to get across that home plate as well. So Rager's got to keep that ball really close. That's going to be fouled back. And the count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch by Rager. That's swung on and strikeout. Wow. So Nick West with the strikeout. And so they'll leave a runner at third. And they'll go into the top of the 5th, still trailing 2-1. As Maypearl still holds that lead, and they'll be coming up to bat here. So good job by Cord Rager to get out of that one without allowing any runs. Trying to see if there's been any change. Got some movement, Brett, down in the Maypearl bullpen area.
Yeah, I got some guys warming up.
I don't know if that means anything. The pitch counts really aren't far out of bounds. For West, he's only got 71 pitches into the game, as Rager has 60. So it's really not too bad.
Yeah, still got 3 innings to go, so maybe just kind of precautionary in case they need to get somebody in. Could be that somebody coming out off the bench is not in the game too. That's get kind of loose.
So we're back here and going to have things going as Isaiah Ngia is going to step in and lead things off here in the top of the 5th.
Leading off for the Panthers.
He had a base hit. A good solid base hit the last time he was up. See if he can lead things off and get things going. That's going to be outside for a ball.
Man, Wagner just, it's like a string he's got on his mitt, Keith. It's immediate, he pulls in.
Well, and that's a well taught. That's a, you know, a good job by Central Heights coaches. That's going to be hit straight over to second base as Taylor's there. And throw it over to first is Mitchell West for the 4-3 put out. And out number 1. Back at the top of the lineup, Heath Graff. Going to get over there, get into the batter's box, get things going.
Let's see, we got Kyle's tuned in, said we sound good. We got the KO.
That's high praise from Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Appreciate Kyle for tuning in.
That pitch is going to bounce about a foot in front of the home plate and get all the way back to the net trying to hit Brett.
Kyle kept all the runs with him last night, though.
I think he did.
We got a pitching duel today, Kyle.
So thank you for that. Gives us time to talk. It's going to be 1 ball and no strikes to Heath Graff. Wind up in the pitch from West. That's a good movement. That thing just like to, you know, I liken that to, you know, the cartoons that with the baseball cartoons and they throw in that pitch kind of stops and kind of circles around and then drops. That's what that was. That was just a pretty pitch by Nick West for the first strike. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit. Going to go to Bryce Payne for the 6-3 over to West. And out number 2.
Nice job by Payne.
Payne got over there. He's missed a couple, not by choice. He's He dove for a couple in some no-man land situations, but that one was the easy pickings. Bailey Ray, he's flown out both times he's stepped up. Gonna try to change his fortune on this.
And he's gonna take a step back and reset here again.
Oh, and I've noticed on certain batters, and I'm not quite sure why, on certain batters, Miss West up there takes a little bit longer to get.
Oh, nice pitch on the corner, Keith. You had a great view of that one. How'd that look?
Right on the corner. It was neck high, but it was right on the corner for strike one. But I have noticed, yeah, West takes a little bit longer for certain ones. And I don't know if that's
another one.
Game. That was the same pitch right on that outside corner.
He's painting that corner right now.
And it's not, no movement, nothing. That's straight paint, just fastball right down. So we'll see what Ray does on this one. Here's the pitch. That's a little low. That went digging for worms on that one for ball one.
He wanted Ray to go fishing for that one.
Yeah, he did, but didn't bring any bait, didn't get to go. So 1-2 is the count as Nick West takes a look in. And the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to hit over to the first base sign. Mitchell West strolls over and does a little toss.
It's the West to West connection the other way around this time, Keith.
How the West was won on that one was an out over at first base. So ground out, 3 up, 3 down, go the Panthers. And we're through 4.5 here at White House High School at the White House Athletic Complex. And we're going to take a short break. Today's game brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
We are back here in White House, Texas for some great East Texas baseball, great Texas playoff baseball actually, as Central Heights and Maypearl.
We'll give a shout out to our man Matt Diggs. He made sure we were aware that Maypearl was a DFW team. So
that's why I said just Texas. I changed.
Oh, nice shot.
Bryce Payne leading things off with a base hit straight up the middle in the center field, as he is the leadoff hitter and the leadoff hitter of the inning. And a great job to start the bottom of the 5th. And Mitchell Ashley is going to come in. Ashley's had a sacrifice bunt in the 1st and grounded out in the 3rd. And I have a feeling, I bet you they're going to try to do another sac bunt on him in this one.
We'll see here.
Nobody out, and throw over. Not in time. Kind of
it was more of a
nonchalant. Hey,
just make sure I'm paying attention to you.
I see you. I see you. All right, Ashley steps in again. Rager checking, and there goes the runner.
Oh.
And a little high of a throw, but that puts Turner.
That's the second time that's happened today, Keith.
It is the second time. However, Rager, a little bit on that, he throws it high, and Turner had to take the time to jump for the ball, which took the timing off on the throw to second, which allowed Payne to get over to second base on the steal.
Well, now if they do choose to go the bunt route, you can get them all the way to third.
Yeah,
so.
that changes, and I was just going to say that changes the dynamic here. You have Mitchell Ashley, who can bunt in a sack bunt situation, to put a player just that much closer. So do you do that, Bret? He doesn't have nobody's pitched to him
so.
yet.
I think they're bunting. Well, no.
And that's going to be high and outside.
He didn't show bunt that time.
Nope. So we're going to look over, and it's a possibility that that's what's going to happen. I would do it.
Yeah,
but
I think
that's why I don't coach. We got a wave off here, and the umpire.
Not sure what's
You
going
need a
on.
little bit of a time.
2-4-3. Whatever that means.
So Mitchell Ashley steps in after having a little conversation with his third base coach. Rager looking in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit over to second base.
Well, that basically does the same
Bailey
thing.
Ray over. And the ground out does the same thing.
That's essentially a bunt there, just a little hard version. So
sends Payne over to third, and 90 feet away is the tying run as Jackson Glenth. He was hit by a pitch and walked his 2 times up. So he's been on base twice.
Yeah.
Just hasn't really.
0 for 0 with
Yeah.
two times being on base here.
Yeah.
So he's due to do something here.
Let's see what he can do here. As Rager looks in for a sign. And here's the pitch. That's going to be on the outside corner for a strike.
Good pitch.
And you were in position on that one.
That
That
was a good pitch.
It was right on that outside corner.
It's the exact opposite of the last one. West painted on the other side. It's perfectly on this, I guess, left batter's box sideline there.
And that one on the inside kind of went the opposite direction, but that was a ball, so 1-1 now the count. And Glimpse looks down for a sign. Steps into the batter's box and waits on the pitch from Rager. Rager from the stretch, and here comes the pitch. Straight down the middle, swung on and missed. And that was a beautiful pitch.
Kind of got him
way behind.
Yeah, kind of got him stuck up. It was a little high there, and it was kind of an awkward swing. He had to.
Well, it was high, and Glimpse pit. I mean, the ball was already passing by the time he brought the bat around, so a little bit behind there. And here's the pitch, and another swung on and missed. So that was strike 3 and out number 2, and now that player over on third base is way more important than it has been.
Yeah, you got another chance. They had some chances to get runners in that have been 90 feet away, and they have so far haven't been able to really take advantage of that here in this game.
That was a perfect spot for a sacrifice fly as Wagner takes the first pitch on the inside for a strike. And Rager, I think, watching Cord Rager, he works well under pressure. It seems like he comes out, he gets mad. He comes out and just chunks the ball.
He's taking it out on him.
And that's going to be a hit.
Ooh, it's going to be a tough play.
Slow roller over to second, but Taylor's there for the 4-3 putout. And once again, the Blue Devils have a runner on third and cannot produce a run to tie the ball game. And the score remains 2-1.
Yeah, nice job there by Bailey Ray to get over there. That was a tough play for Ray. I mean, he was kind of had to run towards first base to his left.
Yeah. And Turner does a good job to just get there and focus.
He was close enough to flip it to him.
Yeah, but you and I both know that little flip sometimes misses.
We've seen it happen where it doesn't always connect. So
it was a good job by Turner to just focus and get that ball in. And good job by Rager to, once again, for 2 innings in a row, really 3 innings in a row, because you had the bases loaded at one point, get out of an inning with
he's still at
minimal damage.
Put him at 80 pitches there, Keith,
Yeah.
and so You know, he's still got
well away from the 110 that would sit you down if possible.
So he's got 30 more pitches,
Yeah.
and that's probably enough to get him through 2 innings as long as he's, you know, gets through there and doesn't get in any trouble.
Because we're heading into the 6th, and so time is slowly ticking away for the Blue Devils.
After your West is in good shape here, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's only at 69 pitches, and he's still got the 3 innings left.
So we'll see what happens here for both of these teams, because right now it's too close to call for anything.
Yeah.
Because both of these teams with the 2-1 ball game, you can't just say, oh well, this.
And if we take the 3rd inning out, then there's been no score other than that. So
both pitchers have just done a fantastic job. But of course, that's why they're here.
Oh yeah, exactly.
In this position, and that's why Cole Rager, number 10, is going to step in for the 6th inning to lead things off here in the top. So here we go. Cole Rager has an RBI double the last time he was up. And he's the reason that the 2 runs are on the board for the Panthers so far. Here's the pitch. That swung on and missed as that one dropped off the table right under the bat of Rager. Good pitch by West. And here's another one. That's a high fly ball in the outfield. And not really in the outfield. I guess it's going to be more infield for us. As Bryce Payne says, I got it over at shortstop. Looked like it was hit harder than it
was hit. It was hit really high.
Yeah. So a fly out into the infield for Cole Rager is out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. And now Cord Rager will step in, and we have a pitcher-to-pitcher situation. This is the first time that Cord has been in here since he hit Nick West a couple of innings ago. That's good on the outside corner for strike 1.
I would say, do you think West remembers? But
pitchers have long memories. I'm telling you that right now.
Pretty sure he does.
Here's the windup from West and the pitch. That's going to be hit over to the first base side. Mitchell West has it. Toss over to Nick, and out number 2. Quickly, the Panthers are 2 outs down.
West to West has been successful.
Has been all night.
Either way, it's gone.
Tanner Terry is stepping in.
Tanner Terry.
He's had a double back in the 2nd and struck out his last at bat. Here's the windup in the pitch.
Ooh,
that's on the outside corner. I saw that one.
Yeah, I did too. That was
a strike halfway down the.
When it came out of his hand, it was a good pitch. You could tell.
Yeah, I called that a strike before. Yeah, that was just pitch perfect, so to speak. No pun intended. Here's the pitch. And it swung on and missed for strike 2.
He's making quick work so far. He's 1 pitch away from
and West looks as good as he did in the 1st inning now.
Oh, yeah,
and here we are 6 innings in.
Can I say he looks better?
Yeah.
I mean,
because he's got a little more confidence in him, a little more zip in that ball. That's a high fly ball going to be fouled out of the territory.
Heads up, Central Heights people.
It's going to be way over in the softball field area.
Hopefully no one was standing over there.
So
I always worry about those kind of balls because those are where your kids are playing kind of over there out of the way, and they aren't paying attention.
No balls and 2 strikes. And West with the windup. Here's the pitch. That's low. Swung on, and it's going to drop. Got a little do house cleaning there. Wagner throws on to West. And up, 3 down go the Panthers, and we're on to the bottom of the 6th. So a big at-bat coming up here for the Blue Devils. In fact, the next 2 are going to be big depending on what happens, because the amount of outs are slowly shrinking.
And we're going to have a pitching change, looks like, Keith. We talked about someone was out warming up a while ago. Looks like that's going to be number 6, Bailey Ray, stepping in the pitching here for Maypearl.
And that's going to put.
We'll see what kind of changes that makes for our.
Well, that's going to put Cord Rager over at first.
Yep. And you got, where's Ty Turner end up? That's what I need to see.
And I believe that Bailey Ray was actually the 2nd baseman, so
yeah,
he was the 2nd.
We'll see.
That may have put Ty Turner over at 2nd.
I don't see anybody at second right now. It's hard to tell right now as they're warming up where they're going to sit them or put them.
So yeah, they took Rager out, which I'm actually kind of surprised, but I guess they're playing for the win on this one.
Yeah,
and bringing in.
You're gonna bring in the closers, a fresh
possibly
arm here that they haven't got to see today.
Well, they've got this. You know, maybe the coach feels that, you know, they got their the timing down.
Yeah. Well, last couple innings, I would say, besides the one inning, I'd say Central Heights has had the better opportunities to score here recently. Let's see if we can figure out.
Looks like Morgan Brooks is going to be your second baseman, and I believe he is the designated hitter.
For Central Heights,
Okay.
Luke
So
Taylor.
probably Ty is going to be the designated hitter. He may be in the.
Number 6, Bailey Ray.
Yeah, we'll see when they come around the bat if anything changes. But
So we'll try to get all this figured out for you. But right now, Luke Taylor is stepping in, and he'll be the first to bat against Bailey Ray, who throws a ball to get started.
I'd say the interesting thing here, Keith, is you go from a lefty to now a righty, so it's a little bit different adjustment than just a new pitcher.
Yeah, and that'll throw a kink in you. That is a beautiful little breaking ball that goes over the plate for a strike, and that's going to be 1-1. And Taylor backs up, calls time, and steps in. Here's the pitch. And a good break, but a little high for a ball.
That's some funky movement on it there.
That was weird. That started on the outside.
It went this way. It went like towards me and then back towards you.
Quick pitch here. That's a good pitch, but high. That was around the eye level.
Well,
as we are about eye level to these players, as we're sitting kind of high up. So 3-1, and Ray needs to settle down a little bit.
Ooh!
And missed. And we have a full count here.
He reared back and fired that one.
He did. He did not hold back with that pitch. And time is called.
It's like a little cat and mouse game here.
Yeah, it really is. So full count as Taylor waits for a pitch, and that's going to be hit straight up to the pitcher. And a good little toss underneath by Ray over to Rager. And one out.
It was a really high chopper, Keith.
That was. That hit right in front of home plate and popped really high. Ray had to kind of wait on it to land.
Did you say 20 or 30 feet in the air? That was pretty.
By the time it landed, Taylor was halfway down to first base. Yeah. And good job by Ray to kind of just get it over to Rager. That's going to be high for Buettner. Buettner walked his last at bat.
So here's the way things could change right here, Keith. Right now it's 2-1. Central Heights is trying to fight back. They get 2 runs here. All of a sudden, Maypearl's got to score to stay in the game. And that's how quickly this could change in an instant here.
Well, because we're in the exactly. We're in the bottom of the 6th. That's a good pitch on the outside for a strike. Yeah, 2 runs scored in this flips the script where the Panthers have to get something going. That's way outside for a ball, so now it's 2-1. And we told you earlier that we saw some action in the bullpen, but this is not the pitcher that was there. That's a hit.
Rip down the line, Keith. Holy mackerel, what a shot.
That's going to go as Buettner takes the turn over to second, and it's almost, almost got caught as Nolan Spence gets to the ball. And
that's a big base extra pick, though. I mean, if you're hitting right to this point, you got to take the chance to get that runner over.
Buhner does a good job of getting there, but he got there about a second before the ball did, and it was a split second. I'm gonna call it that way.
But that's all you need.
Yep. So a double.
He did that slip and slide, we call it, out here on this turf, and slid right in.
Now Cade York is going to step in.
I really think that's an advantage for the base runners, Keith. Being able to slide and kind of coast in like that. Instead of if you dive too early on dirt, your momentum gets stopped and you get tagged out.
You lose that push. Here's the pitch. A great pitch, breaking over the outside corner for a strike. And it's 0-1 with a runner on second. 1 out for the Blue Devils, and they're knocking on the door to at least tie the ball game. And Bret, if it gets tied and the Panthers can't score in the top, then the Blue Devils will have another at-bat to go ahead. They'll have another at-bat anyway because they get the last at-bat no matter what. That's going to be down low as York tried to go for it, but pulled back just in time. So 2-1 the count.
Ray hasn't come out what you call super sharp, Keith. He's been kind of inconsistent.
Well, he's picking at the corners. He hadn't
found that meat yet.
He hadn't found that hit yet. That's going to be outside for a ball. So now it's 3-1. What you don't want to do is give momentum to this team.
You can kind of feel the crowd to our left starting to get a little bit of, they've been quiet today, but something happens here, they're going to be loud.
Here's the pitch by Ray, and a beautiful pitch off the outside corner, and I tell you what, York knew it.
Yeah, he knew. He's like, oh man, that was my pitch. I missed that one.
York knew it. As soon as it went over, he didn't even try to take it off over to first base. So a big pitch by Ray. Check second, brings it home. Oh, back.
Whoa. Oh.
That was right in front of us.
Hey, the camera's still good.
Thank you.
It's a home plate camera there for you guys at home. And still in one piece there.
So here we go. Full count. Here's the pitch by Ray. Off the outside and walk as the umpire calls it a ball. So now we have 2 runners on base at first and second. Luke Williamson steps in. Well, Luke has struck out both times that he's been in.
He's looking for some redemption here. Now he's got a righty up there. So this could be a little bit of an advantage for him.
Yeah. And I tell you what, down that third base line or first base line is a good place to hit when you have runners at first and second, and you're wanting to put something across that home plate.
Yep. We'll see if Williamson can get out of that slump here in this game and get a run.
You have a big gap between center field and right field. So Ray looking. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit straight up.
That's going to be tough.
As Ray gets it, throws over to first.
Ooh, just got him. Nice play down Ray.
Number 2, but it does advance the runners. And that puts Nick West in the driver's seat here to bring somebody home.
So I'm feeling deja vu, Keith.
Yep.
This last few innings, they've had 90 feet away.
I believe the last 4 innings, they've had runners at third and haven't been able to bring somebody home yet.
So the pitcher, Nick West, trying to help himself get a win here.
So since the 3rd inning, every inning since the 3rd inning has had a runner at third, and the scores remain the 2-1, and they haven't been able to bring anybody in. Here's a pitch. Good pitch.
Ooh, nice pitch, Ray.
Beautiful breaking ball right over the middle.
Law of averages said eventually something has got to change, right? So we'll see if they can do it here.
Yep, but you never know. Ray might be getting his timing here. That's going to be high, as I say that, for a ball, and we have 1-1. And don't forget, you got the team behind him. So we want to make sure that, he wants to make sure that he doesn't mess anything up. And Ray looks in. Here's the pitch. Another great breaking ball.
Man.
And now West finds himself behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 out and 2 on.
Yeah.
And a big pitch here by Bailey Ray.
Yeah. That's a nice pitch by Ray there.
And, personally, I'd do it again.
Go for the same pitch.
It's work, yeah.
See what he goes with.
And that one's going to be hit over to third. Kraft over to first. Good
stretch. Oh, he got it.
And that was Cord Rager, the new first baseman. He's pitched all the game. Then he goes over to first and makes the save for his number there. And once again, the Blue Devils leave runners on base and don't bring a runner in. And now it's time that the Panthers step up and get things going because we're in the final inning possibly. And it's a possibility.
Barring a tie.
What I call potential. So what we're going to do is, before this 7th inning, we're going to take a short break. This game brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Hey, we've got a good one here. Don't go anywhere. It's 2-1 at White House. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And welcome back, everybody. We got a great game here with Maypearl and Central Heights as the first pitch of the top of the 7th to Tyson Brooks, I believe, goes for a strike. And it's a big inning, Brett, for both teams. It's just a 2-1 score.
Anybody's game. Anybody's game, Keith.
And for the past, I believe, 5 innings, Central Heights has had runners at third base and have not been able to bring a runner in to even up the game. That's going to be high, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. As Maypearl has held on to that 1-run lead since the top of the 3rd. And here we are in the top of the 7th, so a big inning here for both teams. That's going to be on the outside corner for a strike.
And he knew it, too.
He did. And that's the 2nd strikeout, actually the 3rd strikeout that Tyson's had.
So going back to my keys of the game from before the game, Keith, I said West needed to pitch well. He has.
That's his first strikeout. I apologize. Go ahead.
West has pitched well.
Yes.
Maypearl did get ahead, so their bats got ahead of them, but they didn't force West out. So that's kind of it. And there hasn't been many mistakes, if any, today, really.
Right.
Can you think of a mistake, really, today?
Both teams really haven't. I mean,
the only thing I could maybe count mistake is leaving runners on third. And that's not really a mistake. That's just they can't get the runners in.
And Morgan Brooks is up to bat, and here's the first pitch of this at bat. That's going to be high and outside. The only mistake that I remember, and if you're even going to call it a mistake, is when Bryce Payne got caught stealing second, and Rager threw it a little bit high for his first baseman. That's the only error, if you want to call it an error, that there could be called.
I just think the base runner did a good job of getting the jump, and I think he probably would have gotten there anyway.
Right. It wasn't called an error. It wasn't in the book as an error, and I don't think it was. But if we're looking to call something an error, and there's a strike in there for another strike, so it's going to be, I believe, 2-2 now the count. 2-1. My intern Claire telling me I'm wrong. She tells me that all the time too. Intern Claire is also my daughter. She tells me I'm wrong like 24/7. That's going to be outside 3-1.
You're not wrong that often.
To her I am. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And Morgan Brooks that one's in there for a strike. If he thought it was a ball, and how he thought it was a ball, I don't know. That looked really good.
That was a good pitch.
So a full count. But yeah, Brett, to answer your question, no. There has not been any errors that I could see. And that's going to be a foul ball out of play to stay alive. It has been a very good game.
Is that red truck out there?
No, I had her move it way away.
Okay.
It has been a very good game by both teams. Well mentally played and physically played. I've enjoyed this game. It's been one of the best I've seen all year.
Yeah,
and we've seen some good ones.
It's been a battle.
That's going to be hit straight up the middle to West. West is just going to grab it, toss it over to Mitchell West, and once again a West to West put out as a 1-3 actually. And out number 1. Excuse me, out number 2. I apologize.
Nolan Spence.
So this is the last opportunity possibly for the Panthers to get another run to cushion it a little bit. And Nolan Spence has grounded out both times he's been up to the plate. And here's the pitch by West. That's right down the middle.
Man, nice pitch. That's the thing with West. He's been very consistent all game. He's been very solid.
And honestly, since the 3rd inning when Cole Rager hit that RBI double, and that was a partial swing, they appealed down to first, and no go, says the umpire. So 1-1 is the count. But since the 3rd inning when Rager hit that RBI double, that was really the only issue that West has been in against this Maypearl team.
Yep. That one play.
And that was just a heck of a hit in left center field that went all the way to the fence.
It was a good hit. And,
yeah.
2-1
the count.
It happens.
That's going to be hit over to Bryce Payne, the shortstop, who throws it over, and Mitchell West gets it. So here we go. We're going into the bottom of the 7th, and this is a big at-bat for the Blue Devils of Central Heights, as they have got to score.
Yep.
They got to get a run, at least 1 run to continue the game, 2 runs to win the game. So as we head to that, we're going to take a really short break. Our sponsor is Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away. We got a good one. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
So not only are we back in the bottom of the 7th, where the Blue Devils have to get something going, we're in the bottom of the 7th at the top of the lineup, Brett, for Central Heights.
Yep, top of the lineup, 1, 2, 3 batters up. So it's who you want if you're Central Heights right now to do the damage. We'll see if they can do it against Ray.
And Bailey Ray in his 2nd inning, that's going to go inside. And once again, a hit by pitch, and Bryce Payne is going to head over, not away to start.
Yeah, he's felt that one a little bit there.
Yeah, he tried to play it off, but I think that hurt him pretty bad.
Yeah.
It would have hit him in the elbow, Brett?
Yeah, kind of inside, either the elbow or the side. I couldn't really, it's hard to tell there. Being it, we have his body between us and what happened, but I don't know. He's had a great game, Payne has defensively today.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, he's been
good shortstop.
He's been all over the place and made lots of put-outs. Good to see him shaking that off, and he's going to stay in the game and run.
So the tying run on first, the winning run is Mitchell Ashley. He's going to be stepping into the plate. And Bailey Ray needs to shake that off. And a big opportunity here for the Blue Devils to get this thing gone. And if Mitchell Ashley makes it across home plate, we're still here for a little while.
Yep.
Time.
Well, we got we got a ball behind us here.
And yeah, we got time. Oh, yep, got a baseball that got away. A little errant.
Umpire retrieves it there.
And I think we're ready to play ball now. Payne is okay. Has no pain probably over there at first. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Here we go. Ray checks it first and brings the pitch. Squares around for a bunt. Pulls back in time, but not in time for the ball to go across for a strike. And 0-1 the count.
We talked about him trying to possibly bunting last at bat and didn't. He ended up chopping it over just like a bunt.
He said a sacrifice bunt, a ground out, and he grounded out the last one, but he did advance the runner to second base. So I would imagine he's going to sack bunt on this one as well. He'll square around here. And the throw over to first is kind of nonchalant, trying to keep Payne. He does have speed, so he has been known. He's done it twice today where he's stolen second. And that'll put him in scoring position. However, he has been stranded on third twice over the last few innings. Here's the pitch, squared around, and that's going to go down into foul territory on the first base side. And now the sacrifice bunt is gone.
Yeah, gonna have to.
And he's going to have to swing away.
Well, he could, if he does what he did last time, if he can put it in play by swinging.
Right.
But he can do the same thing as a bunt, as long as he can put it in the right spot.
But he's got to hit it in certain positions in order to make that happen. Anywhere in the infield that is playable, you're looking at a double play situation. So Bailey Ray is ready. And here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. So the count remains.
Fights off and stays alive there. That was probably ball one.
Well, yeah, and you got to be careful. You got to think of the mind of Mitchell Ashley. You don't want to be the first out. You don't want to strike out, so you got to swing at anything that's even close. That's what you're taught.
He's trying to use his out at least to advance the runner and not just get out without doing anything.
You don't want to put your team in a bind and be the first out without putting somebody in scoring position. You want to put Payne over there at second. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. Good throwaway pitch there by Ray.
I got one for you, Keith.
What's that?
You don't want to make Payne's pain not useful.
There you go. That was bad.
Hey, I was just trying to go see if it was as bad as yours.
It was. It was pretty bad. You didn't get the look, but it was bad.
She probably didn't hear me.
Yeah, she didn't hear. She's not listening. All right, Ray ready. Here's the look over at first. And here's the pitch. Good pitch. It's going to go over to Rager.
Got the force.
And good job as the 6-4 put out as the lead runner gets taken down, and the first out's there. Good job by Cole Rager to get that lead runner. That's exactly what you do. We got an appeal going on. No, I'm sorry. We're going to have a little conversation, and not sure about what.
He got the out. I don't know what he's.
I don't know whether he's complaining about how the slide was done. I didn't see anything wrong with the slide.
Yeah.
The coach seems a little upset. But Ashley gets on first by fielder's choice.
Well, and here's the thing. You take your basically it's just a swap, and now you have an out. So,
but you don't have a runner in scoring position now, and it was a good play as Jackson Glenn takes the first pitch on the outside for a ball.
Yeah, if you're Mitchell Ashley, you wanted to hit that a little softer.
Right.
You got too quickly to the Maypearl shortstop Payne, and to Rager. I'm sorry.
But now you're in a position, Brett, where even with the sacrifice down, so the one-out position puts you in a harder spot as that goes across for a strike. And a good pitch by Ray. And Ray needs to be thinking, I need to use the people behind me
Yeah.
He's got a good infield behind him, so he needs to pitch not meatballs. He doesn't need to do that. He needs to pitch to the plate.
His
and
pitches
not worry about.
look better this inning.
He does, but he doesn't need to worry about the runner. He needs to worry about what he's got in front of him, with 1 on, 1 out, and 1-1 the count. Throws over to first, and nonchalant, and that just tells me there's not much of conviction in that throw.
Yeah, he's just wanting to make sure the runner knows he's paying attention to him.
Clem steps in. Ray checks first. Here's the run.
Steal.
And the runner goes. The high throw is off.
Oh, it's over.
And the throw goes out into center field. Good job by Tanner Terry.
They're sending him a third. What happened?
They're going to send him back to first base, I believe, because, well, I don't know. I'm trying to see what's going on.
They call interference on the batter because he's walking back to the.
Possibly. They called the runner out. Excuse me. They called the batter out, and the runner has got to go back to first.
Wow, that's a big call.
Batter interference. The batter in those types of situations, the batter cannot move. The batter has to stay in the batter's box. And I believe the batter moved into the line of fire. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what happened.
I was watching the play.
So we got a situation going on here, and the umpires are gonna come and have a conversation as the call was made on the field. The call was made interference. The batter was called out. The runner goes back to first, and we now have 2 outs. And Ashton Wagner is going to step up, and we have a maddening crowd to our left.
Well.
And the coach, I believe, is just trying to figure out, Maypearl is trying to figure out what's going on.
Trying to get the crowd into it on their side.
Yeah. Now, the Blue Devils coach tried to, I guess, ask what was going on, and no appeal was called for. And I don't know if the explanation was good enough to find out. I mean, usually an appeal is called, but the umpires kind of came
Well, here's what we
up.
got, Keith. We got Ashton Wagner, your cleanup hitter.
Yep.
Probably usually where you put one of your better hitters
And
in a position where he needs a hit. There's no sacrifices. There's no.
And he's flown out, he's walked, and he's grounded out this game so far. He's not faced Bailey Ray yet.
And this is big plays. Big players can make big plays. We'll see if he can do it.
Good job. As Ray throws a good breaking ball over the middle for a strike, so 0-1 the count. And Ray looks in. Here's the pitch. That's going to go outside. And I'm sorry, I was laughing a little bit. Bryce Payne, or is that? No, that's not Payne. I apologize. That's Ashley. Kind of could have gotten caught.
He kind of almost slipped.
Yeah, if Brooks would have thrown that over to first, that might have been the 3rd out. But a good job by Brooks to keep it. As Ray brings the pitch. Good pitch.
A little high. Ooh, it's close. Real close.
And 2-1 now the count. So the possibility of the final out here, as the Blue Devils down to their last 2 strikes possibly. Ray checks the runner at first, brings it home, and foul backwards. Ooh. And here we go, as the Maypearl side has gotten on their feet, cheering their team. All quiet on the central right side, which is understandable. And a lot of thoughts going through number 15's head as Ashton Wagner is trying to wrap his head around the enormity of this next pitch that he's about to see.
Yeah, none bigger of the season right here for Wagner.
And I feel for this. This is a big situation here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ray takes the runner at first from the stretch. Here's the pitch home. That's going to be hit up the middle. Over to Rager. Rager touches second, and that's the ball game. As the Maypearl Panthers take the second game and will advance to the next round of the playoffs.
Wow, what a game, Keith.
And a costly mistake that
what did I talk about?
Right, and we just talked about it.
Like there wasn't any mistakes, and that one mistake changed the entire inning right there.
And unfortunately, it was a mistake that was not done purposefully. It was not done strategically. It was not done by any kind of play, gameplay, formally, anything like that. It was just he happened to be in the wrong place. He stepped out. He shouldn't have. It was just something that happened, and I feel for that kid because he's got to live with that. Yeah. And I'm not going to blame him for it. He should not be blamed for it. The fans should not, and they're not going to.
No.
And he does not need to think that because that's something pros do it. Everybody does. It's not something, and it just so happened to be on this last game. And my heart goes out to him. It really does.
I feel like I did the announcer's jinx. I said, there hadn't been a single mistake all day, and that wasn't a mistake that I would have seen coming. Thinking like be a fielding error, things like that.
And I know the coach from Central Heights is going to talk to him and let him know that he did a good job. He had a good game.
It's a teachable moment as a coach right there.
A moment as a coach. I don't know, how, but I know the coach and the team and the fans Jackson Glenn did not lose this ball game.
No, they had how many times, Keith, did Central Heights leave runners on third base?
It was just they played a fantastic game. They played a fantastic season. And
they just didn't cash in when they had runners in scoring position today, and that's honestly that did it. West pitched extremely well. And Maypearl played a great game. I mean, that's not taking anything away from them. They played well as well. But I honestly, if you look back at this game, Central Heights had more chances to score.
Yes.
They just didn't cash in when they had the opportunities.
They really did. And Maypearl, honestly, if you want to look at it, Maypearl played a great game. But you're right. Central Heights and Nick West pitched a fantastic game for the Blue Devils. And so did Bailey Ray did a good job coming in. But let's not take away from Corder Rager, who pitched a heck of, 6 innings?
Yeah.
And just did a great job of coming in and coming in early and just doing a great job. Both teams did great. Congratulations to the Panthers for advancing, and congratulations to the Blue Devils for a fantastic season. Nothing to shake a stick at, nothing to hold your head down by.
No, if you're still playing right now, you're a good team. Because I would almost be willing to bet that both of these teams, if they are seniors on the teams, they've already graduated high school.
Oh yeah.
So they're still. I mean, if you play past graduation, that says a lot.
Yeah. So I bet you, and I can guarantee you, each of these fan bases are extremely proud of both their teams. I can tell just by watching them and being here. We're happy that we got to be here and witness this. Both these teams. This is probably one of the best games I'll say that we've probably done all year.
And we hopefully will have a series next week. Yeah. We'll be sharing that soon once we find out who wins around the area. Yep. Hey, we have Fridays off for the next.
I know we do.
Man, that's exciting. So we'll definitely hopefully be able to catch some series around here since we have some.
We're going to do our best, but So anyway, go ahead and like and subscribe if you are listening to us on our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on NETsn Live, go to youtube.com/NETsn Live and like and subscribe. That way you don't miss any of our content. All of our content is on our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to go back and watch it. This is our first year to do baseball. We love every minute of it. We also do other sports, basketball, football. We're going to try a little volleyball next year, see what that is all about. But we try to get around and do all the sports that we can here around the East Texas area and a little playoff action as well. But for Brett and Rob and intern Claire, this is Keith Whitman signing off here from White House Athletic Complex. Thanks for joining us. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. We'll see y'all next time.